Officially, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome out to Market Watch Group Weekly Market Wrap. My name is Scott, and I will be your host. You should be able to see my screen with the slides up. As always, I need to remind you that what we do is for education and illustrative purposes only. Nothing we do is for recommendations for buying or selling. We don't give trade advice. We don't give investment recommendations. We're not advisors. We're not brokers. Yada, yada, yada. What are we going to talk about today? We'll talk about what today's market did, what it means relative to the market posture, what we think the market posture is going to do. I think we're going to see an improvement in the posture by a quarter to a half a point. So again, nothing where you're like, man, the buyers just came flooding in. It was nice. The buyers look like they have regained some control. A little bit of a pullback into next week should give us another window of trades. I think our posture will improve. Mindset for trades being carried over the weekend. Miguel just mentioned the Cisco trade, which was an alert from last week that is it's done its job. It got to its first target. It didn't quite get to the second target, but it's Friday. It's starting to pinch. I also closed the rest of mine. Sounds like Miguel closed the rest of his. If anyone else is in it, let me know what you did. Thought process for other trades being carried over the weekend. Well, the Walmart trade looks fine. So I'm gonna hang on to it. If the market does go into a pullback, I might get a nice 2 or 3 day bump from the defensiveness that Walmart has, that it can just keep on moving when everything else slows down a little bit. So I'm looking forward to that. We'll look at next week's economic calendar, what's coming up. It gets a little bit busier next week. We have Fed announcement coming out with not much by way of expectations from that. We'll look at the opportunity list. A lot of things, a lot of stocks that were in consolidation patterns where we're like, oh, we can't do anything until. Well, we've gotten the first half of that until it breaks this consolidation, gets to a higher point. Now that we have that, then we need to mind the consolidation. What kind of a pullback do we have? And we'll talk about the trading plan. We started back over, section 1. So you should be on strengths, weaknesses, commitment, vision, discipline, etc., etc. Okay, let's go get into it. Started out okay. Turned south. S&P down 0.39. The Dow 0.4. The NASDAQ 0.6. And the Russell holding up the best at 0.17. Trying to hang on. Oil whipsawing back and forth. Ultimately up a teeny little bit. Gold up 0.5%. So there you go. What else do we have? Tariffs. A lot of talk about tariffs. I don't really see. I mean, we see some little things here or there. Yeah, all right. I don't see much. Let's take a quick peek at the economic calendar. What do we have this week? Jobless claims. Expected them at 221. They came in at 223. Perfect. Manufacturing. This one dropped. This one increased. Home sales stayed the same. Sentiment dropped a little bit. Next week, what do we have? We have FOMC. We have GDP. And we have PCE with spending and income. So actually pretty busy next week. as we get towards this. So Wednesday the 29th, Thursday the 30th, that's a big couple of days. A lot of big ones reporting earnings, and then earnings season starts to slow down at that time. Yeah. Okay. What are the expectations next week from the Fed? Nothing until I believe June is the first time that it goes better than 1-to-1 against. Pardon me, and there it is. There's the first time. So June, I would probably say that's where I see myself. I was in kind of a May, June. I think that June makes sense. So, okay, let's go look at the market. Now here's the Cisco. You can see Cisco right now. What's going on? Well, it's starting to, I mean, it could keep going. Like if someone's like, you know what, I'm going to give it a few more days. I'd be like, okay, yeah. If you've already taken a good amount of some profit and you're just letting the rest ride, could this thing still go? But with it being Friday, I've gotten, most of what I was looking for. 62.70 was what I wanted. We got to 62.30. It's pretty close. Yeah, I took my profit. I took some of it here. I took the rest of it here. So for me, Cisco is closed. Booked the gain. Great. Miguel says he also closed his, a nice gain. Anybody still in theirs? Anybody continuing to hold theirs through the weekend? Give me your thoughts.
I will.
All right, let's see. The closed yesterday for nice gains. Love it. Okay, let's go take a look at the SPY and the VIX. We'll also look at Walmart. So here's the SPY. What are we seeing? Again, there's not a lot of volume. Yesterday there wasn't much volume. Today even less. But what's happening is the buyers have just run out of steam and it's just starting to roll. You can see it pinched. The thought process here being what? If we get this little bit of a pullback now, maybe 2-3 days into next week. I mean, it could be all the way until Thursday, right? We don't want to take it for granted, for sure. But yeah, yes. Okay, all right. Let's keep looking around at some things. Whoops. Okay. Let's go to the VIX. Okay. Where's the VIX? Same place it's been. It's just kind of hovering down in that low. It's not getting lower. It's not breaking all. It broke this past low here. Is it getting all the way down here? No. We already scored a lower low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. We scored the lower low. Or maybe we didn't. Did we? Maybe we didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here. Yes, we did. So from here, all it's done is it's gone a little bit lower, but not enough to get it any additional points. So I'm going to say no. This is going to stay the same score. I don't know. The maybe we end up at a quarter point higher. Overall, we'll see. But it certainly feels like it's finding a bottom and ready to bounce on the VIX, which of course we know tends to indicate the market giving us a small pullback. All right. Okay, what else? We'll get to the trading plan. We will get to the trading plan. We talked about next week. We talked about, yeah, okay, let's get to the watch list. Let's just kind of see what's going on. A lot of times lately, I've been interested in finding trades on Fridays. Last Friday, we were looking at PLTR. It was a good potential, one, two, three. Was back here. We were like, there still has some legs, and you can see it did. It went from, where was it, 71 to almost 79, and then some. Now I just think that we're too close to earnings. I just don't think there's going to be time for us to get anything, but I did like that. Okay. Let's go take a look at Walmart. Okay, so there's the Walmart trade. Looks fine. Had a little bit of a hiccup kind of a thing here. So we got the signal back here. And looks good. Got a little bit shook. But now it's just kind of on its way. Up 1% today. Let's take a look at the logistics of that trade. Who's in it? Anybody let me know? We're now up to almost 95. PJ says yes. 96 on Monday would be right here. 96 on Monday. That would be, or Tuesday. That would be our initial potential take profit zone is around that level. Then if it can get through that, we have a little bit of time and space to see where we're basically trying to see if we can catch another one of these, right? Where it really starts to go, gets up to this 100. And I would say all the way until like early February 3rd, February 4th, something along those lines. Waiting for half at 96, the rest at 100. Good levels. Good levels. I definitely think that makes sense. Absolutely. Okay. Okay. Let's get to the top of the watch list. Let's talk about what's going on. May not be a full day today. Apple still just has nothing there, right? Nothing there right now. Nothing to do with that. Amazon, a lot of these in this that looked like this, where you have this pattern where it made this move, that's about it. Looks like it's starting to come. And then what? Well, maybe you have time to catch another trade on this one. What are the earnings here? I'd say February 3rd is kind of like that's the 6th. So yeah, I would say you would still be okay in that realm. I think you'd still be all right there. APP a little overextended, nothing for us. What did we say? We said AXP, maybe the earnings. They said 302, they got 304. Great. A little bit of a pullback. Look at that vol just drop out. On this pullback, I'm looking to buy some options. Anywhere in here. Yes? AXP moving into position for next week. Love it. Love it. BAC. BAC looks like it could be close, actually. Looks like it could be close. BX overextended. Nothing for us there yet. Nothing for us in Caterpillar yet. CLS, very close. Earnings coming up. We'll see if that gives us any kind of an opportunity or not. Yeah, CLS looked great. It's starting to, you can see it kind of started topping out. Looks like it's ready for a little bit of a pullback. Earnings right around the corner. Looking for the next trade there. Cisco did its job. Whether you try to keep pushing a little bit or go, looks great. DAL pulling back. New trade. Setting up on Delta for me. I like that. The Dow sitting flat. Fastenal setting up for a trade. Definitely setting up for a trade. Flex. Not maybe. Earnings though are right there. GBTC, no. GE Vernova pulling back. Maybe a new trade developing. Gold, no. GM, no. Let's see. Google. Google looks like it's hitting some resistance. Like it's having a hard time doing anything from this point, right? Real hard time doing anything from this point. All right. Goldman, not yet. HWM looks like it's hitting some resistance, pulling back a little bit. Could be a trade soon. You can see where some of the early candidates are going to be for us. IP, overextended. Nothing there yet. JCI. Oh, JCI could be getting close. Looking for something there. KKR, no. Nothing really there. MasterCard. No, I like AXP better. Oh, look at Meta all of a sudden doing its thing, huh? Not sure where that came from, but okay. And there is Morgan. Looks strong. Hovering around resistance. There's Microsoft. It's too close to earnings, but I like the way it looks for a pullback. A lot of these are still just waiting for their pullbacks. NVIDIA is back in play. Right? NVIDIA is back in play. Looking for that to pull back here. PLTR, like we said. Honestly, I feel like we've got a pretty good read on things right now. The bullishness is coming back in cautiously. So are we. Some things that are setting up. I like the way that Reddit is setting up. Plenty of time there. We've got some setups in different areas of the market. Early purveyors of momentum showing up. The rest of them getting locked and loaded. I like what we see here. SoFi. Overextended. SPY. Overextended. TJX. Okay, add another one to the. There's one from consumer discretionary. Let's get some drawing tools out. That's where our consolidation was. We busted through there. Now we see this thing coming like that. That's possible. Definitely possible. Toast. I think it busted out. I'm open to it now. I would say it was kind of doing this. Yeah. Tesla earnings. TSM. I like it, but we need to be patient for it. Oh, look at Twilio today. What the hell? What was the news there? %20 jump. We were thinking about that one as it was coming back too. Little pullback trying to set up. I mean, there was no signal. That thing just took off. Very interesting, though. UUP. Okay, let's keep going. Where's the VIX now? Same place it was. It's down. It's pretty good. It's not phenomenal. VRT pulling back. VSCO pulling back. Walmart, one of the few strong ones today. Nice to have a piece of that. Looking good. Looking like it's moving forward. Let's take a look at the XLs. XLB materials have had some momentum. Communication services. What we're looking for is it across the board? Energy's giving some back. Financials stable. Industrials have been strong. Technology has been strong. Staples less so. Okay. There's utilities. There is healthcare. There is consumer discretionary. Okay, so let's have a little discussion. There's a good chance we wrap early, but how many of you are carrying trades? How many trades are you carrying? How many are you carrying? Zero, Miguel. Okay, so just waiting. Just waiting. Got it. Anybody? 3 for Vladimir. Okay, 0 for Dan. Couldn't get Walmart. Too late. How are those three going, Vladimir? Good. All right. Good. Let's talk about our trading plans then. Okay. Trading plans. Trading plans. Trading plans. Concerned about PLTR. I think PLTR looked great. I think PLTR seems to be coming to a close for its momentum. So whether you're tightening stops, paring it back, right? Things along those lines. That's definitely what we're looking for. Long cover call at 90. Okay, cover call works. If you own the stock and you covered at 90, I think you should be plenty good all the way through February, I would actually think. But yeah, I guess we'll see. Welcome those of you who have come in a little late. Just to kind of catch you up on what's going on. If you're in Cisco, most people who have mentioned being in Cisco have closed theirs, myself included. So if you're in the Cisco trade, be thinking, what's your strategy? Have you paired? Have you sold any? Right? What's your thought as you carry that through the weekend? The Walmart trade looks just fine, still making money, still looking good. A lot of trades are showing signals that they're maybe on the cusp of a pullback or already pulling back, which means we're looking for all of those to create a trading window for us for next week. And now we're just kind of wrapping up with the trading plan. Again, this is section 1 here. What do we have? We've got personal info. We've got 4 key areas. Strengths and weaknesses. Strengths and weaknesses are bullets, right? Write a sentence. What's your strength? What's your weakness? Write a bullet, write a number. It doesn't need to be long, drawn out paragraphs. Just a starting point is enough. My recommendation is to have at least 3 strengths and 3 weaknesses. 3 strengths, 3 weaknesses. If I were to show you the sample plan, I have 4 strengths and 3 weaknesses. Then what do I have for commitment? 1 paragraph. Just a few sentences. Mission statement, 1 paragraph, just a few sentences. Vision statement, that one could be a little longer. That one tends to be, what we want to be vivid and clear and colorful and exciting. What are we doing here? Motivation. Why are you here? Because when you reach a point that trading frustrates you, because it will over and over again, when you get to that point, you want to have something, right? You want to have something that you can go to orient yourself and get back on track. It's going to be a very important thing. All right. Questions about the trading plan? Questions about I guess anything really. Any questions right now about anything going on in the market, in your trading, etc., etc. Temperature check. How's everybody feeling overall about, what's going on? Markets are good. Trading is good. No complaints, right? Everyone's feeling pretty good that way. Love it. Better than the last few weeks. Good. Looking forward to the next swing. Is a MacBook Pro okay for trading? I've never traded on a MacBook Pro, but I think you'll be fine. I would recommend a second monitor, right? I would recommend 2 monitors. I just think that it's always easier and better to trade with. And I think that's pretty feasible with the MacBook Pro. So look into that. But I would say anyone here have experience? All right. Well, you know what? That would be a great question to pose in the circle room to see if anyone in there has ever had any experience with it. But yeah, that's a great question. So I feel like we have just a little bit of a lull here, right? A little bit of a lull. And so that's why we want to take advantage of it with our trading plans, right? Take advantage of it by preparing your watch list. And take advantage. Multiple monitors is a must, Kevin says. Yeah. Well, good. Good. The market seems to be cooperating. Everything seems to be pretty good for us right now. Let's keep on keeping on. Any questions? We're gonna wrap it up a little bit early today. We'll let everyone go and see where it puts us. But it's I hope everyone has a great weekend. I will see you on what day will I see you? Sunday morning, regular time. And we'll go from there. Thanks, everybody. As always, happy trading.